What's up everybody, Ahmad Jenkins here. I just got off the phone with a buddy of mine. He was calling me because he knows that I spent my entire career negotiating contracts, and he was asking me about how to negotiate his pay raise. Now mind you, I know there are courses on this and you can dive into this for hours, but I'm just giving you guys 3 quick tips that have always worked for me. So the first tip is just doing a little bit of research. Understand what's going on in your industry. If you're in an industry that's in a downturn, people are getting laid off left and right, it's probably not a good time to ask for a raise. But if you're in an industry that's in a growth phase and people are making acquisitions and investing in new properties and locations, it might be a better time. You know they have the money to invest in talent. That may be a better time to ask for a raise. Understand what's going on in the industry. Also understand what's going on within your company specifically. And then also understand what's going on with people with your skill sets. Because the industry's strong doesn't mean necessarily that they're hiring people with your skill set. So if you're an engineer and the market's strong for an engineer, well then you have leverage. But if you are in another area where the market's kind of weak, maybe it doesn't help you out that even though the industry's doing well, your particular category is not in demand right now. So understand what's going on at industry level, what's going on with your company, and then understanding your particular set of skills, are they in high demand right now? The second tip is understanding your number. Really ironing out what your value proposition is, because companies don't care. I have so many friends that come to me and say, well, my rent went up, my bills are going up, I need more money. They don't care. They don't care one bit whether or not your rent went up. Sounds harsh, but it's business. They are only concerned with your value proposition. If you're somebody who's constantly being asked to do more, if you're constantly being told to grow, you deserve to be compensated for that growth. You deserve to be compensated for the additional value you are delivering to that company, and you have to be able to document that. So what I do is I keep receipts. We're in a receipt culture. Anytime somebody tells me I did a great job on an initiative or I saved X amount of money for the company, I keep those receipts, because when it comes down to it, at the end of the year, when we're doing our annual reviews and when it's time to start divvying up the pot of money that they have to dish out to people, I want to be able to pull out the receipts and be able to say, you guys said I saved you $50 million. Next year, my target is to save you $60 million. Therefore, I deserve X amount of increase. You have to have your numbers down pat. You have to know exactly what you want, and you have to know why you deserve it. And the last tip I have is to understand your audience. I talk about relationships a lot on this channel because moments like this are when they come into play. If you're somebody that just comes to work but you don't really engage with anybody, it's gonna make it a lot harder during the annual review time to really get your boss to go to bat for you, to get you a better raise. But if you're somebody that is constantly engaging with your coworkers, with your bosses, with your customers, with suppliers, with whoever, you've built up your brand, you have a good reputation, everybody knows the value you deliver, they know that you're going above and beyond, they know that you're constantly being stretched. It makes that conversation a lot easier at the end of the year when you're doing your performance review and you say, look, here's what I'm doing, here's what I think I deserve in return for what I'm doing. Your boss, if you already have that ongoing relationship, they're already on board. They've already heard from your coworkers because people talk. You already have a brand. People know what you're doing. So if you already have built up that brand and you already have that relationship, you already know that audience, you can drive that conversation. Your boss is gonna be right there with you, kind of saying, look, I already know you, Ahmad. You do great work and I'm gonna push for you to get X%. And it makes that conversation a lot easier because I've taken time to get to know people and build those relationships. That makes all the world of difference. I always say people don't remember what you do for them as much as they remember how you make them feel. And if it's between you and one other guy and y'all have the same performance, but he does all the relationship stuff, right? And you don't, guess who's getting the raise? It's gonna be him. So make sure you know your audience, make sure you're constantly engaging with people, and you're setting yourself up for success. I just wanted to share those 3 quick tips. Hopefully you guys take something from this and you apply it and you're able to put a little bit more money in that bank account. That's my message for the day. Peace.